Everyone here is having a good time, getting a little drunk, getting a little buzz, drinking, having fun with their family and friends, getting ready for the big game.
Yeah, man. That's a student at Michigan State University, tailgating last month before the big MSU University of Michigan matchup. And he's talking about getting drunk in a rainy parking lot because, as someone who was raised in the Wolverine State, that's pretty much all there is to do in Michigan. Well, it's either get drunk at a parking lot or go around to different schools to steal their signs while people there are still getting drunk in their parking lots. Anyway, tailgating is as essential to football as referees, uniforms, and degenerative brain disease. A while ago, Quicken Loans and a media company compiled some tailgating stats and concluded that 80% of the US population tailgates. That's 4 out of 5 people, leaving one guy, like me, to sleep in, enjoy a cup of coffee, and watch some YouTube videos instead. Not only do 41% of us tailgate more than 8 times a season, it also found that we spend $35 billion on food and beverage sales. So it should come as no surprise then that at colleges, who aren't getting by on enough of your tuition money or season ticket packages, because a single person might deserve $100 million to tell people which way to run, institutions of higher education want in on that boozy, sudsy action too. One study involving West Virginia University found that once they started selling alcohol in stadium in 2021, they generated an extra $700 grand in revenue. Surprise, surprise then that a brand new survey from the Associated Press found that among 68 of the Power 5 conference schools, that's the Big 12, Pac-12, and other big numbers and letters, plus Notre Dame, 55 of those schools now sell alcohol in public areas of their stadiums on game days. And this is new. It was only 20 of these schools that were selling booze up until 2019, the year that another 19 of them started selling alcohol during public football games as well. And since 2019, another 16 have signed on, like Michigan State. That's because in July, Michigan Governor Gretchen Whitmer signed legislation lifting the ban on selling alcohol at college sporting events.
I didn't have much trepidation because we're not the first. It's been done for years. It's at professional venues as well.
That's MSU's chief safety officer, who, like this Michigan football fan holding a beer here, doesn't seem to mind this change.
I don't think it's going to lead to more drinking for underage kids or any of the college kids. So for me, I think it's a loss of revenue. I also think that there's an opportunity there to keep guys engaged that are out tailgating, that half the time don't walk into the game because they have the ability to just sit out and maybe have a couple more beers that they didn't get in the stadium.
One school that has not lifted its ban on selling beer during football games? The University of Michigan. This member of its Board of Regents, which provides general supervision of the school, seems to want to preserve the integrity of the sportsmanlike aura of the institution behind an alleged massive sign-stealing operation.
One of the things that makes us unique is a collegiate atmosphere. It is different than the pro sports that always serve alcohol, and I think that difference is one thing that creates value for our institution, and so I don't want to destroy that value.
Not to be a literal buzzkill here, but recent research out of Texas A&M found that students who pregame are more likely to take part in unsafe alcohol and other substance use. Another study has found that the blood alcohol levels of tailgaters are likely to be 14 times higher than the federal 0.08 blood alcohol driving limit than that of the people at the game who don't tailgate beforehand. And of course, we're talking about all this in the context of sports played by amateur athletes. According to a recent brain study out of Boston University, 40% of players studied who died before the age of 30, the majority of whom played football, developed early signs of chronic traumatic encephalopathy, or CTE, the Alzheimer's-like disease. Oh, and did you also know that another recent study from that same place just found that playing football may also increase the risk of developing Parkinson's disease? Anyway, enjoy the game.